Alright, what's going on today, everybody? Got another quick review here today. This one's going to be on my Para 3 that I did an unboxing review on a week or two ago. And I'm also going to throw in a little update on my Manix 2. I did a few modifications to it. So this is kind of a modifications update video. So as you can see here on my Para 3, I have got the Flytanium carbon fiber scales. I ended up really liking these. The pictures online, they don't really do them justice, in my opinion. I was very skeptical on whether I even wanted to buy them or not by looking at just stock photos online against a white background. And looking on YouTube, can't find many, if any at all, Para 3 carbon fiber scale videos. Not the Flytanium. There's some different brands, but there's not really any Para 3 videos. Obviously they do fingerprint a little bit, not a huge deal, just kind of wipes right off. But yeah, this is how they look. I've got a silver back spacer in there. Also got a black one. I ordered the black one first, and it got lost in the mail, so I ordered a silver one, and the black one showed up. But I personally really like the silver better. I'm feeling the silver. The black just kind of blends in, and with the silver blade, I think this silver matches well, just because you got the silver blade, a little bit of silver, and that in the back, and the clip, it just stands out pretty well, I think. Yeah, I just got these installed. I did a little custom modification. I don't know if people know, but the Flytanium scales only come with holes for your clip on the right-handed side. Well, I'm left-handed, but I got it attached over here on the left-handed side. So the way this works is your metal internal, God, I'm having a brain fart on the name, but on the inside of your scales, it's a full metal interior, and that is what the screws actually screw into. You can see here on the old G10 handle, on that hole there's no threads in the hole. The screws just go straight through that, and they screw into the metal interior piece. So what I was able to do, I had a couple drill bits for my impact driver, and I started with this one, and luckily these interior pieces click into perfectly the scales. So I just got a drill bit that was slightly smaller than the interior hole and just drilled it through from the inside, then took the scale off and drilled it a little bigger there. I think I did accidentally strip one out, trying to widen the hole a little bit. I put it back together and the screws wouldn't go in, so I widened the hole a little bit. And this very top one there, I believe I stripped out the interior one. But with my drill bit, the screws now, I ran threads through the actual carbon fiber into the metal piece, so it's still grabbing on the carbon fiber, but the other two screws are very tight, so it's not going to be an issue. I actually got another clip coming. It's a MXG style with just the two screws. I'm going to try one of those and see how I like that. I might end up putting that on my Manix 2 because it's a little less deep carry. You can see on this deep carry clip, it hangs over the edge. But yeah, so that's my Para 3 currently. I think I've got it where I want it. This was my first Para 3 about 2 weeks ago. I ordered the Manix 2 before this one even got here. And now I've got a smock on the way, the Spyderco smock. It's a compression lock, but it's just got a button coming through the scale, and it works left-handed really well. It's supposed to be a really fun, fidgety knife, and a good knife overall. It is made in Taiwan, but it's good quality. Can't complain too much. So got a little bit of a problem. Now the smock's coming. I'm gonna do a review on it But my next Spyderco, I've already got it picked out. It's going to be the Yojimbo, or the Yojimbo. Really cool knife. It's a compression lock. It's got the Warncliffe blade. I was trying to decide between it and the Smock, and I went with the Smock just because it's something different. It's got the button lock, compression lock, button lock. It's got the flipper tab and the Spidey hole, so you can open it different ways. Looks really fun to play with. But I've got this compression lock, and the Yojimbo is a little bit bigger than this knife, and it's a compression lock, so it wouldn't be too much different from this. It would just look a little different. But the Manix 2, on this one, I did a ceramic ball upgrade and a lightened spring. And I actually... I don't know what that was. That was weird. But this Manix, I got the ceramic ball and the spring. This is the old one up here I'm fidgeting with. That's the old spring, and this is the steel ball that is generally in there. So next to my finger for comparison. I also got a Flytanium aluminum ball cage, but my first time trying to install it, was a little rough, and that was my fault. But as you can see, this piece just screws in here. I didn't know that's how it worked, but once it's screwed in, I bent it. It's kind of straight now because I tried to bend it back and I broke the thread, so it just pulls in and out. So that was $25 just wasted. So I ordered the Flytanium titanium cage, that silver titanium color. But I want to show y'all something. One finger just falls out. One finger again. That easy. So that's the reduced spring. Super light now. I'll show you again. One finger. I can pull it out with my thumb. Extremely light. Now, the only problem to that is, in my opinion, I really like the feel. Makes it a little less satisfying when you flick it out. But you can just one-hand it like nothing. The only issue with me, and this just might be me overthinking like I do, you can take it now, and the blade pops out pretty easy. So I don't know if this would be an issue yet. If anything, I can just put I fidgeted with it enough to where I can remove this assembly and reinstall it in about 3 minutes now. But I've thought about putting the factory spring back in, and then one thing you can do is, where is it at? You can take a punch, pull your button down here, slide a punch through it. And what that does is that compresses your spring all the way. And supposedly if you leave it like that for a few days, it'll lighten up the spring tension. I did it some when the stock spring was in there, and it seemed to work a little bit. So I don't know if this ends up being too loose for me because it just falls out. If this does end up being too loose for me, probably just going to install the factory spring and put the punch through there and leave it for a few days, because this spring is insanely light. Because I was worried I would mess this factory spring up, but this one's so light and it still works. It would be about impossible to mess the factory spring up. So yeah, it's an update on my Manix 2. Got the titanium ball cage coming. When I do the review of my Smock, I'll probably show that off. When the Smock's supposed to get here Friday, today's Monday. I ordered it yesterday. It already shipped. I got the notification a few minutes ago. It's off a seller from eBay named Robco, R-O-B-C-O, and he sells he's an authorized Spyderco dealer, and he sells pretty much just Spydercos. That's where I got this one. It shipped fast, brand new, can't complain. Now this one I've said in the video, off Knife Joker, just because they had it for $126, and this one was $147. Now the smock is $175 plus tax, so it's like $195. So it's quite a little bit more expensive for the quality. I don't think it's very expensive, but this one for $126 I think is a super deal. You can't get a better knife for that money, in my opinion. Not with the features, not with the S30V steel like this, and how sharp it came. It's just hard to beat that quality. Made in USA, Benchmade can't touch it. Pair of 3, $147. It's all right though. I got like $250 in it now with the clip, backspacer, scales, all that. So that's just kind of an update video on my Pair 3 and the Manix 2. It said smock coming end of the week. I'll upload that video when it gets here, and hopefully my titanium ball cage will be here for the Manix 2. If you're still here and you watched it through, I appreciate you watching. Feel free to subscribe if you want. I'm just kind of starting out here. I just enjoy doing these reviews, kind of showing off my knives. Like I said before, I'm just now really getting into the knives, so you know, I've watched about every YouTube video on Spydercos there is, though. It's when I get into something, I watch everything, and then I want to do all the upgrades. I do the same way with my guns, but this is a little cheaper and a little easier to play with. So, but all right, I appreciate you watching, and have a good day, guys.